Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I, I want to wish you all a special great day. Today we are going to be talking about the rise and fall of most young men. Many of our young men these days has been falling the victim of losing almost all they have after 2 years of their marriage without knowing the cause. Most of them attribute it to the villagers or to the witchcraft. But I want to clear the air today to most of us who would like to listen to me very well. In most situations, it is our planning, our mismanagement that leads us to this failure. I want to break it down a little bit without hurting anybody. Let us take it for example. You have, as a Nigerian man, you have 4 million naira as a young man as your trading capital. And you are getting a credit of another 3 million. Add it up to make 7 million your trading capital. It doesn't matter if you are an exporter or importer, exporter or importer. It doesn't matter if you are a wholesaler who buys from the importer. The important thing is that you have a flowing capital of 7 million naira. As a young man, single young man who is doing business, so in principle, you are doing very, very well. The cash flow in your hand can take you anywhere. You can buy a car when you want to buy a car. You can rent a new flat if you want to. You can take out any beautiful girl you want to take out. You can go to clubs. You can go to the occasion and spread money without having problem at this point. So in this case, the village people are noticing the progress in your life. Friends around you are noticing the progress in your life. You yourself are seeing the good life you are enjoying. And then you decide at this point, because so many babes are following you too. I mean, we know it all. We experience all that. Babes are running after you because you are doing well at your own time. Now, you may decide at this point and say, I'm going to get married and then I want to settle down. This is the beginning of the problem. If you make a mistake at this point to plan anything wrongly or more than your capability, you've started falling. So now, let's take it step by step. You are working with 7 million. You decide to go down to the village side or from Lagos. I don't care where you get your wife from. You got your wife and you want to go and pay the dowries. Now you must have been involved in one club or the other in society, age grade or whatever you get yourself into. Now you decided to go get your boys. At the end of one December, you're going home. You get some boys and your family members to go and then pick your own wife and pay the dowries. You may go on to be precise. And I presume that at this point you are still sharing maybe a flat with somebody, or you are living in a 2-bedroom flat in somewhere in the city, Lagos, Abuja, wherever you are. So now you get home and preparing to go home to pick a wife. You know what it means. You may need a small car like Toyota Camry or whatever, depending on the kind of person you are. So picking a car, you are now talking about getting a moderate car of 1 million. Because maybe you're in the marketplace, you may hear that somebody wants to sell his car at a lesser price, then you pick it up at a good price, 1 million, 1.2 million. Because you don't want to go December and go to your in-laws' place without a car. Okay, you pick a car of 1.2 million. That is right. That is it's also moderate. I like that. So now, as a guy who wants to pick a wife, you have now gotten a car of 1 million. You should equip the car with the musical system and whatever, touch, and AC must work and everything. And then let's talk about it. It is about, in totality, now you got it about 1.2 million invested in a car. Good. I want you to take a biro and a paper and be writing it down. 7 million minus 1.2 million. How much is the balance? 5.8 million is the remaining balance of your money, business money. You have not started. Now you're going to the village. You need something. You have to put money in your pocket. You have to show the village that you have arrived. I mean, you have to even entice your wife to be that you are not a poor man from the city. That means you are preparing yourself with some senator cloth, shoes, whatever that is modern. You can also pick some gift for your wife, and then you have to load yourself with some cash. You know, the money in your pocket should not be less than, maybe, let me say, to be moderate, 200,000 to 300,000, because you want to do the traditional dowry paying. Now, if you add it up together, you may be going home with about 500,000 altogether with your car and everything. Add 500,000 again to the 1 point, whatever million you have spent. So add 500,000 to it. You should be rounding up now to about 1.8 or something. Okay. Now you go to the village, spend time in the village, pay the dowry of marry your wife with your friends, do a small party at home. That money you had has covered everything. You are going back to Lagos. You want to pick your wife to Lagos. Maybe she's still studying or going to school or anything, but you want to take your wife to show your wife where you are staying in Lagos, at least for 2 weeks. You pick your wife, come to Lagos, where you are sharing a flat with your boyfriend, or where you are living in a 2-bedroom flat. Anyhow, spend 2 weeks, you go for shopping again for this same lady that will go home, and then you spend another maybe 200,000 because you want to impress her. And she goes home, and as she's going home, she said to you, darling, please, when I come back next time, I want us to maybe we have to pack out from this house for this man and get our own apartment, even if it is smaller than this one. You know, women, I wouldn't like to share flat with anybody, or this our flat now is too small. Let us look for another location where we can, live with good people. And then you will listen to her and say, yeah, my God, yeah, she's right. I think she's making a point. Now you may take her advice, and that once you took her advice, you are talking about a project of about 1.4 million again. That means renting a flat for 600 to 700,000 in a good area. I don't want to be too expensive, and then you have to buy new furniture, because the choice of a single man is not the choice of a married man. Your wife will tell you the kind of curtains she wants, the kind of carpet she wants, the kind of upholstery she wants, whether it should be leather, whether it should be, and you'll be thinking about, you are going to start making children, something which will be protective. It's not going to be as bachelor's property anymore. Talk about bigger kitchen, talk about pots and plates and everything. You are talking about another project of 1.5 million, like I said. If you add it up to 1.8 million, you will know you are over 3.3 million. Don't forget, you are having 7 million in total, and 4 million out of the 7 million is your money. 3 million is credit facility. So I don't want to talk about what your boys are eating at their back. Let's say they are eating what they are earning. So you are making 50-50, no profit, no gain on their own side. So you can live with it once it's not too much. Okay, now your wife will go back and you trade for another 6 months. Maybe these 2 weeks you spent with your wife, something has happened, she got pregnant, and you get a good news, my wife is pregnant. When you hear that your wife is pregnant, what do? You think about rushing some certain things like traditional marriage ceremony. Traditional marriage ceremony now, as a big boy, you want to plan. When you are planning your traditional marriage ceremony, you don't want to do it at a very low scale. You want to do it that all your friends will come, and maybe a live band will be there, and this and that, and cool truck will be there to cool the drinks for everybody in our hot weather. So now you are planning under 6 months. You have spent over nearly 4 million, and you are planning another project of not less than 1.5 million. Traditional marriage. in Africa, in Nigeria to be precise. Now, if you cut it down because you have a good advisor, you cut it to 1 million, and then you make your traditional marriage, and your wife is still, the pregnancy is growing every day, you can't hide it. The traditional marriage is over, you have spent over 4-point-something million now. Now, you now say there is no need going to school again, or maybe your wife have just finished, and you said you take her with you, bring her to Lagos or to wherever you are living to stay with her. And once you are staying with her, it means now you are a married man. And then you begin to spend money as a married man. Every morning you drop money on the table. It's not like the girlfriend again that can bring herself to you and use her for all the weekend and give her 2,000 or 5,000, and she will be going thinking that one day you will realize how much she loves you. No, this time you have gotten a person who is your partner, who want to share the same right with you, and who want to demand to know, to show that you love her. You have to do her demands. You have to please her. You have to pamper her. Now that means every morning you are pleasing somebody. Every morning you are giving her money to buy food, new slippers, new shoes, whatever. The first 6 months may cost you another 200,000. Add it up, you are rounding up to 5 million now. And before you know it, after 9 months, before 9 months, most of us wouldn't like our wife to put down to bed before we do our wedding. So you will begin to plan a wedding ceremony. Wedding ceremony in a low key, you're talking about another 1.5 million, 1 million, 1.5 million. If you add it up to the 5 million that you spent so far, or 4-point-something million, you are now over 6 million. You do wedding ceremony. People will come from the village. People will come here and there. You cook for people, they will eat. You and your wife will wear expensive suit and wedding gown and shoe. The credit facility you are getting, you cannot even pay up again because you have even spent the time, the money, part of the money you got from the credit facility is already spent. Now you are having problem already with your suppliers who gave you credit facility. That is where your problem have started. But some people don't know. You'll be doing it. Now, wife will come in, you have wedded, you are still managing yourself, you are still hiding all these holes from your side now because you still have some credit and you still can open eyes and get something from other people around the market before they know all your problem, before you are exposed. This you can do for another 6 months or 1 year. Then it will begin to show on you and your shop that you are no more financially capable of what you are doing. Then you begin to lose your trust, you begin to lose your dignity, you begin to fight with your customer, you begin to fight with your suppliers. My dear brother, that is your downfall. Had it been that because if any other expenses you would do, which I don't want to say, will turn you into zero. I don't want to talk about when this wife will put to bed now. Then you begin to buy baby food. Hospital bill alone may cost you 200,000. Then you want to talk about the bills, baby things, materials for baby. When you buy them, you are talking about another 100, 200,000, depending on your level. And if you eventually survive it, till this baby will start kindergarten, it's all over. Because some wife will tell you that their children will not go to this small kindergarten. No, the kindergarten must be a very, very renowned kindergarten where you pay 200 or 300,000. My dear brother, you are finished. So this is the things I want to point out for you. And I'm advising our young men, if you want to get married, make sure that all the money you plan to spend for this marriage, it doesn't matter even if people are laughing at you. The marriage you do with 500,000, somebody somewhere can plan it with 50,000. The dowry you went and pay with 300,000, somebody can try and manage it with 40,000. The traditional marriage you did with 1.5 million, somebody can do it with, let me say, 100,000 naira. Renting a flat 1.5 million is not compulsory. You can still manage your old flat for some time until you grow bigger. Buying a car of 1.5 million must not be, you can look for a second hand for 600 or 700,000, depending on your capacity. But make sure whatever you're doing, make sure you don't touch your capital. Make sure you don't touch your capital. Spend money from your earning, don't spend from the capital that doesn't belong to you, so that you don't have such a quick downfall. This is my advice to all the young men of today. Keep watching our videos. You can see us on YouTube for subsequent loading videos. Gazby is our name on YouTube. Thank you, and God bless you all. In Jesus' name, amen.